How do you follow that?
You don't. You just sit there in your jammies and enjoy it, right?
It's so great. I mean, Brett and I have worked together for a really long time, and whenever we present these Bose wave music systems, you know, we tell a lot of stories, but we want your stories because this is the lowest price one of these that we have ever done at QVC. It's so good.
Yeah.
It will change how you look at music,
How you listen,
how
hear
you
music.
listen, how you hear, how you feel music. I can't think of a better time of year when we talk about feeling music than the holidays. And the big story, right? If you're like, wait, what? It's the lowest price one of these you've ever done? Like, what's the deal with that? How come? We've had Bose Wave Music System TSVs before, correct? But we won't ever again. This is an incredibly popular unit. We always say the size of a bread box, but outputs sound that's stadium level. But the components that it takes to make the Bose Wave Music System have frankly just become too costly.
Unattainable.
Yep, so this is literally, like, this is the Elton John farewell tour. Like, this is it for the Bose Wave Music System. We're not gonna do this again, and I don't just mean as a TSV, I mean ever as an item at all, this is it. So we're gonna go over here and show you a couple colors, because today, just today, the unit that at any other day would be $499. We've had 27,000 ordered. People are flipping out over the $200 off the QVC price savings that just good for this 24-hour period, which of course now we're moving into the final 2 hours. People are like picking up multiples.
Put one away.
As if it's like a $20 bill item. They're just like stockpiling. Like they cannot believe. And again, it's when it's done, never coming back. Okay, here we go.
Right.
So you're gonna choose one of two colors. We have bill to, ship to. Shipping and handling is free this whole weekend, right? So that's amazing. That's also really key because it's not just the shipping and handling savings and the $200 off of the QVC price savings. That's just good for like the next 2 hours. You have 9-month special financing. So if that $59 price tag is not just low enough for you, then $33-ish can be what your payment is if you finance this over 9 months.
I feel like we have our own Christmas special with like the music bed, Christmas tree, and
I'm not gonna lie. I think we need a candle. Hold on.
oh, all right. BYOC, the big show.
That's great.
Grab a couple Luminaires.
I am. And by the way, I know you planned this perfectly because you know this is probably my #1 favorite Christmas album, the Charlie Brown, Vince Guaraldi situation. I mean,
look at this.
Why not? Wouldn't it be funny if a waiter showed up with some wine
Some
and
Chianti.
if the lights dimmed?
And a little thing of fresh bread. I would kill for like a loaf of French
my candle's
loaf.
broken. Okay, whatever.
All right, well, but it was the thought.
But it was okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're doing because we would love your phone calls. In the silver over here, in the platinum rather, and then there's also this espresso. 2/3 of our quantity ordered today in what is a CD player AM/FM, but with a simple Bluetooth adapter, and we have several for sale on QVC.com right now, as little as like 20 or 30 bucks.
Yep.
You can listen to Sirius XM on here, your favorite podcasts. You can stream Pandora. So now literally, it's not just there or your CD collection. The internet world of music is the sky is the limit.
I'll give you the best example aside from the Bluetooth adapter that we did all day long. Anybody that owns an Echo, whether it's the one that has the screen, it's called the Echo Show, or if you have one of the towers, most of them, if not all of them, I'm going to say most of them, have the little a little port in the back, the little 3.5 millimeter. So you can do cool stuff like this. You can ask her for your song. So you can say, Alexa, play Johnny Mathis, Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland.
Oh dear.
Okay. Hopefully, I'm hoping she plays the Johnny Mathis version.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Otherwise, Dean Martin's going to get a check from Beyond the Grave because,
Sleigh bells ring.
Are you listening?
Look at that, the lyrics.
Listening.
You won't get the song
A
wrong.
beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Winter one. You know what you have to do to really bring this home?
What's that? Yeah.
Is the bluebird here to stay? Is the bluebird?
They sing the love song as we go along.
So, since we've sold 1.2 million Bose Wave music systems, and everyone is immediately floored by the fact that like it fits in this kind of real estate, and it has one cord that plugs into a wall.
Power cord.
But takes the place of like the old school tower unit and the multiple corner of every room kind of subwoofer speakers. Explain who Bose is, how it does this, and why we decided to bring it as a Black Friday TSV.
Well, I think we all know who Bose is. And Bose, unlike the other companies that there's companies that make tablets, and then they also make earbuds. And there's companies that make speakers, and then they also make refrigerators. Well, Bose just makes music. They make audio so you can listen to your music. And that's the important part, because sometimes if you do too many things, it doesn't always work out. Bose, since 1964, has been basically perfecting audio, right? So we can hear the music the way that it sounds. What's interesting about the song that I just played from this album right here, this was recorded in 1958. And it sounds brand new when you hear it on a device like this. Now, what was the second part of that question? I'm sorry, I've been off for a day and a half.
I was saying, how does it do what you're saying it does?
How does it do?
The footprint is so small.
Yeah, so this waveguide technology that Bose created, and they own this, which is how they have that small footprint. You can see in the pretty little animation here that these tubes, right? I call it the magic spaghetti, because there are two 22-inch tubes inside there. And those tubes basically capture air. Sound is air in motion. Like if you ever look at a speaker, if you look up close or whatever, you see it kind of vibrate, right? And it's projecting air. Well, what happens is Bose has a different way than everybody else to make the audio, whether you're listening to a song, you're listening to something from your TV, you're listening to whatever you're listening to, sound like it was recorded. Because we did this demonstration earlier, and I'll do it in a second. When you watch something on TV and you listen to the TV speakers, it sounds okay. But think about being in a movie theater. And then that same movie gets played on your TV at home, and you're like, that doesn't sound like it's supposed to. Now, I guess this is a good way to describe it, it sounds like it's supposed to.
And by the way, we're going to take Pam in Tennessee, but I want you guys to know, in the Platinum, we started the day with 20,000. Remember I said lowest price Bose Wave music system's ever been, never coming back once these sell out. It is literally a model, a unit, an item that is 1,000% being retired. Guys,
that's really weird.
It's kind of an interesting shot. Can we maybe, there we go. Okay, thanks. Because of that, the Platinum, we only have 7,000 left to go around. That's it. All we have is all we have. They're never being made again, okay? And then we have the Espresso. We have 9-month special financing, which is $33 to get it home, bill to, ship to, free shipping, which is the whole weekend long. And then as we get ready to go to Pam in Tennessee, you're saving $200 off the regular QVC price for something that, as Brett alluded to, can also be plugged into any TV. So now that you can get Bose stadium level sound from anything you are watching on the television. So we'll explain how that works in a second.
Or any video source.
Or any video source.
Yes, and I think it's probably more likely that you'll use it to listen to music, or not listen to music, listen to the audio from a movie from an iPad or a Fire tablet, or you've got your phone, which has a tiny little screen, but it's high def, and it looks great, but the little pinhole speakers. Now, you can either plug the cable into the back of this, or you can get yourself a Bluetooth adapter. We ran out of those, unfortunately, but they're everywhere. Just look for a Bluetooth and 3.5mm cable. But yeah, I mean, it's just amazing to me that it doesn't cost the tens of thousands of dollars that it used to. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, to buy a big high-end system with the big giant speakers, you needed the power source. Then you needed the receiver, that was the AM/FM. Then you buy the equalizer, and you had a cassette deck, and you had a turntable, and you're like, holy moly. And then how does all that stuff work? Nobody knows. This automatically tunes itself. So you can jump from one genre to another, and it sounds good.
Okay, so here's Pam in Tennessee.
Pam,
she owns 3 of these.
Okay.
Pam, I don't want to give away your whole story, but there's a cute twist to it. Hey, Pam, welcome on in. I'm Sean, and this is Brett, who brings us Bose.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
Well, belated Happy Thanksgiving.
Belated, yep.
And a happy early Christmas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've said it all day now.
Happy New Year while we're at it. Let's just get it out of the way.
Absolutely. I have tried to call a couple times today because I turned 55 Wednesday,
Happy birthday.
and I joke that I'm a little bit of an old lady, and I have a billion CDs, and they're not going anywhere. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Fair enough. I have 3,000
and
CDs.
I love these.
Yep.
And I bought one for upstairs, and then I had a party maybe 15 years ago, and some of my clients came, and they were younger, and they teased me about this hoopty thing I had, and I was kind of embarrassed. And so immediately, the next day, I bought another Bose and threw that out, and so now I had a Bose up and down. And then my brother, who would not let me buy him a coffee mug or a candy bar, he's too proud, right? Came over, and I said, I got you something. I got the eye roll. What is it? A Bose. And I got kind of an eye roll with a what? I said, well, it came down from that $500 price mark to the $299, and this was, this year.
Yeah.
Really? He tucked that thing under his arm, and he could not get out of my house fast enough.
No eye roll on the way out the door.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
It's just funny. They're great. They're great. Anybody who has the sound is amazing.
Amazing.
Really
And
is,
and like y'all have said, it's not big. It's not. It's classy looking, and and it is. I mean, Christmas tree. Put your old, and again, I'm old school, but I do love my Band-Aid and my Wham Christmas.
Last
but I
Christmas.
love my Frank Sinatra, and I grew up on all that. Dean Martin and of course Bing.
Yeah.
And maybe I was not allowed to say that, but
No, you can say Binger.
I'm not singing it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's right there, and it fills the whole. Well, I have a condo, so it fills the whole floor.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood knows that Pam's listening to Bing Crosby and David Bowie, but you know what, Pam, you're after my heart with the Christmas music from the '80s because I think we're about the same age, and I take it one step further. I used to go buy those 45s, so I had like Step Into Christmas I still have it from Elton John, Last Christmas from Wham. When the very special Christmas albums came out, and like Bryan Adams was on there, and Bob Seger, that's my time right there. And the old stuff.
I have the 1, 2, and 3, the original.
Yeah, so do I. Still have them. I wasn't exaggerating when I
Pam.
told you I have 3,000 CDs, and I haven't gotten rid of them. People are like, get rid of them, burn them into no.
Actually, I was going to I was going to the beach this summer with some college friends. I said, "Is there a CD in the condo?" They laughed at me.
Yeah.
I said, "Fine, I'll
tough
just
to
take
come
my
by.
Bose and put it in the car and take it down there."
It's portable.
And that's the thing, because it
Yeah.
is so portable. And I was saying earlier, Pam, I know people that instead of hiring a pricey DJ have used the Bose Wave music system for their wedding reception.
Yeah.
I know college kids who literally, in this footprint, in their dorm room, have like a whole house party for an entire dorm floor.
Off of something like
just
that.
using one of these. I mean, So anyway, I'm so glad you love them. I'm so glad you gifted your brother. What a good sis you are.
Yeah.
And thanks for shopping at the Q.
Oh, you guys, awesome. Great to talk to you. I'm kind of
Me
one of those
too.
QVC queens. And Merry Christmas and hey to everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pam. Take
care, Pam.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, too.
Yeah, the whole.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Happy July 4th.
Yeah,
happy
well, it really is our
birthday.
birthday.
Arbor
We're just making it
Day,
Arbor Day.
whatever.